Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
We're on record, everyone, for in custody arraignments. We are scheduled for Tuesday, August 19th. I'm Judge Chris Hazlett-Stevens, presiding in Department 4 of the Reno Municipal Court. The city, as I mentioned, is represented by Deputy City Attorney Leanne Schuman, and those in custody are represented by Attorney Kyle Edgerton. Mr. Edgerton has previously let us know that he has placed his prefatory comments on record this morning, and we'll get going. Good morning, Deputy.
Morning, Your Honor.
Deputy, was the video containing defendant's constitutional rights played to them this morning?
Yes, it was, Your Honor.
Thank you. Good morning to everyone in custody. We'll be referring to the contents of that video throughout this morning's session, so I hope you paid close attention. Two things I'd like you to note. Number one, anyone facing a misdemeanor conviction may have negative immigration consequences related to admissibility, adjustment of status, removal, and/or denial of citizenship if you're not a U.S. citizen. The other thing I'd like you to know is if you're facing a contempt of court charge, such as failing to appear for court, failing to pay a court fine or comply with a court order, the maximum penalty is up to 25 days in jail and/or up to a $500 fine. Let's handle Mr. Schneider's matter first with Mr. Gilbert. Good morning, Mr. Gilbert.
Good morning, Your Honor.
So that Mr. Gilbert can go on to his other matters. Let's see what we have in Mr. Schneider. I was here briefly during the colloquy yesterday, but I'm not
Your Honor, I can
paying close attention. Ms. Schuman.
You got it, Judge. We did have Mr. Schneider last week in Department 2 for a trial setting. Victim was present. Come to find out, the defendant admitted to consuming a bunch of controlled substances, but was unable to provide a sample. So he was taken into custody and set for videos yesterday. I believe it was continued to today to see if he would enter a plea, and if not, what bail would be set at.
Thank you so much. And Mr. Gilbert is representing, and I remember that discussion between Judge O'Neill and Mr. Schneider that he looked much better yesterday than he did previously in court after he had consumed all those substances. Mr. Schneider, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
So Judge O'Neill has indicated that she would like me to address this matter this morning. She's en route now, but we don't want to hang Mr. Gilbert up or hang this case up any longer. So I'm going to address this case, and we're going to be on record 25 CR 03581. You were remanded into custody. Just a second, please. We're going to await medical. Right, and we're not recording anymore either. So it looks like they're taking care of a medical issue. All right, good morning, everyone. We are waiting my judicial assistant who needed to use the restroom momentarily. So when she returns, we'll go back on record, start the recording, and we'll get going with this morning's docket. Deputy, everyone okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, Mr. Schneider, good morning. We have to wait until we go on record, so just give us a second. My assistant will be back momentarily.
Okay.
And then we'll go on record with your case, okay? All right. My assistant is back. Come on up, Mr. Schneider. And we're on record, so let's get going. All right, Mr. Schneider, last we were on record in 25 CR 03581, you were remanded into custody based on you having consumed poly substances by admission. So we're going to be here today, I believe, to reset the case. That was my understanding after yesterday's proceeding. Mr. Gilbert, is that correct? You would like to reset the assault for trial?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. We're going to reset the assault for trial, so I'll note that. Case reset.
Your Honor, I spoke to Ms. Schuman too, and we thought about, we did want to first offer Mr. Schneider something very quickly.
Okay.
And that was, Ms. Schuman, go ahead.
Oh, you go ahead. Go ahead, Mr. Gilbert.
Well, the offer was what I tried to discuss with Mr. Schneider in court that day was to plead no contest to the charge, do the community court for 1 year, and after a year it would be dismissed and wiped from his record. That's totally up to him. If he does not want to do that, then I'd ask for another just status hearing before we set for trial. Again, I want to keep the court's time in mind and just not set it for something that's not fruitful. But I think if we don't get a resolution today, we'll set for status, and then that way we can decide to do it from there.
Your Honor, it would be COD court.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Let's go ahead and take that offer. I much appreciate. That's much appreciated with a fine. If there's any way we could do some kind of fine, and I did do the domestic No,
You did anger management.
anger
for
management.
semesters.
I did a full course, the max course allowed. If I could get some fines that I would love to pay instead of doing a year-long program, but I'll do whatever your honor wishes. I really do have my support dog has been at home by himself
I do
since
know.
yeah, he's a Belgian waffle border collie.
So, Mr. Schneider, I'm not here to tell you what you should or shouldn't do. And the COD program, which stands for Co-occurring Disorders Court, is voluntary, and you need to understand that. I cannot force you into COD court. But
Oh,
if
I
you
would
would
do
like
it.
to go into COD court with this posture of deferring and dismissing the charge after successfully completing the COD court, so this assault won't be on your record, then
Okay,
I'm happy to refer the case to COD court. They would take the case from there. We would do evaluations, substance use evaluation, a
yes,
RAND survey, which is a risks and needs triage to determine whether or not you would qualify for that court, a mental health evaluation, and then you would go into that court. So it's a long process to even get you into that court, and you have to be ready to do it.
I am ready to do it. I'm also ready to please be owner cognizance. I will be
We'll
anywhere.
discuss that. We'll
I will be
discuss
anywhere
that.
you.
Listen, I want to take one thing at a time. Either you
Okay,
want to do the COD court or you
yes,
don't, and I can set it for a status hearing.
yes,
Okay,
Let's do that, Your Honor.
let's go ahead and set it for COD then. But in order to do that, I need to take a plea. So I'm going to pull up the case right now. Mr. Schneider, you were charged in this case, and I'm going to pull up the charge. Just 1 second. It takes a while to get. This was by way of a warrant request. You were charged with disturbing the peace.
No,
This
it was
was alleged. I'm
assault.
sorry, assault. I apologize. This was alleged to have occurred on February 24th of this year in the vicinity of 2500 Dickerson Road. And the victim of this assault was a Randall Johnson. Do you understand that charge?
I understand the charge. Yes, sir.
Before I accept a plea, I want to make sure you understand your constitutional rights. I understand you wish to change your plea this morning to that of a no contest plea. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
I want you to understand that you are not required to enter a plea to anything this morning. Instead, this matter could be set for a speedy and public trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
At that trial, you would be entitled to be represented by an attorney, and if you could not afford one, I would appoint counsel to represent you at no cost. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
It would be the city's burden to prove each element of the charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt, and if they were unable to meet that burden at that trial, you would be acquitted. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
In this case, the city would be required to prove that on or about the date of February 24th of this year in the vicinity of 2500 Dickerson Road, you placed Mr. Randall Johnson in reasonable apprehension of immediate bodily harm. Do you understand that those are the elements the city would be required to prove in order to convict you of this charge?
Yes, sir.
At that trial, you would be entitled to confront and cross-examine the city's witnesses. That's your Sixth Amendment right. You would be entitled to call your own witnesses and use the subpoena power of this court to compel their appearance and have them testify on your behalf. And finally, you would enjoy the right to remain silent at that trial. You could not be compelled to testify. And if you chose to remain silent, neither I nor any other judge would be able to take any inference from that or hold that against you in any manner. Do you understand those additional constitutional trial rights?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand that by entering a plea of no contest, you'll be waiving those rights, meaning there will be no trial and will proceed to sentencing?
Yes, sir.
A no contest plea will have the same legal effect as a guilty plea in that if I accept your plea, I will make a finding of guilt and you may or may not suffer a conviction for this charge if indeed you complete the program and get that dismissal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Is anyone forcing you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Has anyone promised you anything in exchange for entering your plea?
No, sir.
All right. Are you a veteran of the U.S. military?
No, sir.
Do you understand the possible negative immigration consequences that I announced this morning?
Yes, sir.
Knowing that, Mr. Schneider, how do you wish to plead to the charge of assault alleged to have occurred on February 24th of this year?
No contest, sir.
Mr. Gilbert, factual basis?
Stipulated, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Schneider, I find your plea to be knowing, voluntary, and intelligently entered. I will accept it, and I will find you guilty of that charge. Here's what I'm going to do. I was going to, Ms. Schuman, with regard to the release posture.
Your Honor, I did speak with the victim at the trial setting, Randall Johnson. He was on board with treatment. I just wanted to put that on the record. I'm okay with an OR release with enhanced supervision to make sure he's regularly testing at least 3 times a week.
All right,
And
thank
no
you.
contact with the victim.
All right, good, thank you. Mr. Gilbert.
Your Honor, it's essentially a joint recommendation. Ms. Schuman and I spoke extensively prior to all this. I think it's in his best interest. I think he'll do great. This is just a slip up, but he's obviously dealing with some things I think he'll get a handle on, but I think it's a fair resolution for sure.
All right, thank you. All right, so here's what we're going to do, Mr. Schneider. We're going to set 3 dates at this point, if we can do that. Ms. McTiernan, were you able to do that this morning? Out of custody?
I think Michelle's working on that, Judge.
Oh, I'm sorry, Michelle.
No worries, Your Honor. And it's out of custody, you're saying?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do an out of custody substance use evaluation, RANT, PSS, and a mental health eval.
Okay, I've got August 20th for the evaluation at 3 p.m.
Okay,
I have the screening on
Yep.
September 22nd at 9 a.m.
okay,
The mental health evaluation on 9/24 at 8:45 a.m. and COD court on October 1st at 2 p.m.
thank you, Ms. Massey.
You're welcome.
I also see my psychiatrist twice a week.
Good.
Okay, I don't know how to fit this all in on any.
We're gonna figure it out. I promise.
don't
Look,
know.
it's gonna be a little bit about like drinking water from a fire hose at the beginning, but I promise everything will find its place. Everything
Okay.
will find its place. You will. This will be a good court for you. Okay.
Okay.
Here's what I'm gonna do, sir. I am gonna release you on your own recognizance, so you will be released. The conditions of your release are as follows: you will obey all laws, and this is
Yeah.
a super important one. No alcohol or drugs without a prescription, and that includes marijuana. Nothing.
Okay.
We're going to test you in enhanced supervision, meaning you're going to report to Sober 24 when they tell you to do so, and you're going to deliver a sample for testing. You're going to have no contact with Randall Johnson in this case. I want you to know, because we're still in a pre-trial or pre-sentence status, that no contact order will be a pre-trial no contact order, which means if you violate, that's both contempt of court and a new misdemeanor crime. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. What scares me is that this man started it against me.
Well,
He's
listen,
but-
if he contacts you, say, I can't have any contact, walk the other way.
Call the police then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, listen, this is the most important thing. When you're released, you are required to report to the Reno Municipal Court upon your release and sign up for all pretrial conditions and sign up for the dates for the mental health evaluation, the substance use evaluation, and the pre-sentence screening, okay?
Okay.
All right, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, so listen, if you cannot make it by 5:30 today, first thing tomorrow morning, we expect you at court.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gilbert, thank you very much. I
Thank you,
appreciate your
Joey.
appearance.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate you. Thank you, everyone today.
Thank you.
Hi, Joey.
Good morning. Thank you, Judge Hazelwood Stevens. I've got just one case. It's Christopher Schneider, 25 CR 03581. Mr. Schneider. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I'm sorry to see you there in jail.
Yeah, me too. I really messed up yesterday.
Well, yeah, and it's twice that we've had you there. You came to court last week and you were drunk. And then you showed up yesterday to check in for the marshals, and you were under the influence again.
I did. I was given one last hoorah to myself, and everything kind of came in all at once on me. And before you know it, it was morning time. And so I get up and I got dressed. I did what I had to do. And I panicked, and I had myself a drink, and I went to the courthouse to get things going. And I was doomed from there. And I really do have it in me. I've come into reality that I'm much better sober. I really do know this stuff, and I really am gonna get this done this time. I just really need your best wishes and letting me do that correctly this time. I am sorry. I was just giving myself one last hoorah. And to tell you the truth, honest truth, I normally drink about half a gallon a night when I only blew a .081. So I mean that's in my defense, but still I did pretty damn good considering. So I just would really like just one more opportunity. You'll get nothing but A+. nothing but A plus from me from here on out.
All
I
right.
give you my word. Yeah.
And I believe that you're sincere. I think that you want to try and stay sober. I think that you just have
Yeah.
trouble doing that on the outside, right?
Well, it's not that I can't do it. I've done it ish, but I just needed to really take it all in, and I did. I took it all in at once, and I was really excited to finally get home to see my dog. So next thing you know, I'm up all night, and I'm starting to make beef jerky, and the sun's already up, and I start panicking. I'm like, oh my God, the sun's already up. Where'd the night go? And then it kind of went from a free fall to there. I immediately went and I told on myself, because, I'm not going to lie if I could help it. And I did that. I did that. And I just really need one more blessing from you. So says I'm ready to go. And it would be nothing but A plus from here on out. Yeah.
You really want to try and get help kind of in a long-term basis, because the plan was to put you basically into drug court and to have you do a bunch of drug testing,
Yeah,
to
that's
do
what,
therapy, to check in with the courts. Do you
right. That's
want
what
to
I
do that
want.
still?
Yeah, I'm still trying to do that. I was just having one last hoorah, and I know I shouldn't have done it, and I feel really retarded because it's only been 24 hours.
Your Honor, has he been evaluated for an inpatient program?
Well, and we have not yet. We're
I
still waiting for the substance abuse eval. We
yeah,
had an outpatient date for yesterday, unfortunately. And so what I'd like to do is I'd like to try and get a substance abuse evaluation and then
I can
figure
do
out
that.
whether or not I can trust you out of jail.
Judge, his
Um,
eval is scheduled for 8:30 a.m., so I'm thinking maybe he did that.
No, it was actually scheduled for 3 o'clock that same day, but
Oh,
unfortunately, I showed up at 9:30, like 9:34 in the morning, and I wasn't gonna try to blow smoke up their ass. I just said, yeah, I had a drink, and I'm just really ready to get on board this time and just really just hit a reset button, and you'll see nothing but A plus from me from here on out. I really do appreciate the consideration.
okay, well, hold on a sec. Let's figure out what we can do. Lisa, what's the fastest date we can get him for a substance abuse evaluation?
in custody, Judge?
Yeah.
Let me see.
And I'm willing to cooperate with 24 sober, and
Okay.
I'm ready to do this. Let's
All
do
right.
this.
Hang tight for a sec. Let me talk with everybody else and then I'll come back to you, okay?
Okay.
We
All
can
right.
do as early as tomorrow at 8:30 for in custody substance abuse eval.
All right, perfect. Okay, here's what we're going to do, Mr. Schneider. I'm going to hold you without bail. I'm going to have you meet with our substance abuse evaluator. We're going to get a basic drug and alcohol evaluation on you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold you until Monday. Where are you living right now?
I live by myself with my dog.
On Dickerson?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
And there's no way I can just do this freely. I don't need to really watch that closely. I'll do it. I was just having one last hoorah.
Well, no more hoorahs. If I put you on
yeah.
a breath testing device, can you do that for me?
I can. I will do that. Yeah, I will do anything. I'm on board 100%.
All right. So here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to hold him without bail until Monday morning. I'm going to release him on Monday morning, whatever the jail's release time is at that point. The order is that he will check in before noon at the RMC here at 1 South Sierra Street. We're on the corner of Sierra and Court Street. Do you know where the building is downtown?
1 South Sierra.
Yeah, right there at the river and Sierra Street, basically. It's the courthouse, okay?
Yeah, I think I was there just yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. By noon on the 25th, You will check in with the marshals and get set up for supervision.
Okay,
You will have the OSM device.
okay, that's the one, isn't that? I heard something about you keep that on you at all times
Exactly.
or something like that, so you could just blow whenever you need to.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, I've heard about those and I heard it works.
Well, I hope it does. You're going to check in with the marshals and you're going to have the OSM by the end of the day on
Okay.
the 25th. Okay.
Okay,
You're going to be held without bail until Monday.
okay.
Judge, do you know is the whole court closed Monday afternoon for that specialty court?
No, I don't
Thing?
think so. I think just we're dark. I think all of the court's windows and everything are still open.
Okay.
All right. Held without bail until 8:25. You're going to do a substance abuse evaluation in custody. And then when you get released, can we just hold the PSS and the MHE for those dates out of custody? Can we keep those dates, Lisa?
Let me check and see when they're scheduled for. See. They're not until September, so that works.
Okay. All right, Mr. Schneider, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get you sober. I'm going to release you. I'm going to force you to stay away from the booze. Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to do one evaluation while you're in jail. Then
Okay,
we're going to do 2 more evaluations while you're out of jail.
okay.
In between then, you're going to come in, you're going to check in with the marshals, you're going to get the breath testing device, and we'll move on from there. Okay.
Okay, quick question. After I get my device and I check in with the marshals, Monday, what do I do then? Just wait until till they direct me? Wait till they'll direct me what to do next?
They will
Okay.
tell you what to do next. What you're going to do is you're
Okay.
going to meet with a social worker and you're going to meet with our mental health evaluator. In between
Okay.
now and then, you're going to stay clean and sober. You're going to go to some AA meetings if you're willing to do that.
Sure.
But the order is that you will stay, no alcohol or drugs. You will obey all laws and you'll check in with the marshals.
Well, thank you, sir, very much for your kindness, and I'm gonna get it done A+ this time.
I want to help you, man, but you got to stay sober to let me help you.
I agree.
Okay.
All
good luck.
righty. Thank you.